Yeah, put that screw right in there. Yeah, plug that thing in, and hit this switch, and pull around, and then yeah, there you got it. What, dude? What are you talking about? I fixed it. What'd you fix? I fixed TikTok. What do you didn't fix TikTok? Yeah, it's working now. Working for everybody in the U.S. I did it. Your boy Mark the Monster. I fixed TikTok for everyone. Well, I really don't think that was you who did that, but hey, I mean, I'm sure people appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, everybody loves their TikTok, right? I guess so. I guess it's a pretty big deal. People were distraught. Some people couldn't figure out Instagram throughout the day somehow. That was a difficult thing. I don't. How's that possible? I don't know, man. I'm old, so I didn't really get the whole TikTok thing. So I guess maybe younger folks have trouble with Instagram. That doesn't make any sense. I'm a puppet, and I can use Instagram. Like right now, I'm live on Instagram. You're live already? Yeah, yep. Yeah, it's Sunday. Yeah, this is the Don't Say the F Word podcast. We are a pro wrestling and combat sports podcast. We do not use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling. And it's Sunday. It's our weekend wrestling show. Illegal brother-in-law Joe will be here like any second now. And yeah, we're going to talk about the weekend pro wrestling. I mean, well, you're going to. Oh, you're not going to stick around for the whole thing? Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm going to go away. Why? What do you got to go do that's so important? I have to go try to fix MySpace next. You know what? I can support that. If you can figure out fixing MySpace and bringing that back, I think you will make a lot of geriatric millennials pretty happy. Think that. Well, I don't know what like technically it is, but it would be like me, it's old guys.
Yeah.
That's a little unnecessary, but yeah, I mean old guys like me and Joe. Me and Joe are geriatric millennials. Yeah, I mean Joe's got a lot of gray hair. That Joe does got some gray hair. That's neat. He makes a good point, man.
I can't argue with that. No, I do. It happens.
Joe, would you be in support of a return of MySpace if Mark could get MySpace up and running?
Actually, MySpace is still running, but it's not popular. If that makes sense.
Is it still a thing? Like, I mean, like, is it like it's?
It's mostly now where you just put your music on there, like artists update the newest singles on there, and that's.
Oh, so I can drop my SoundCloud mixtape on MySpace.
Basically, yeah.
You have a SoundCloud mixtape? Yeah. I got bars.
But you still have your profile and everything. But I don't know about your friends list. But yeah, that's about it.
Joe, would I be in your top 8 on MySpace?
You never was back then, so you can't be on top 8 right now, man.
Wow, you wouldn't put Mark in your top 8?
I mean, if it happens, it happens. But I might.
Joe, you keep acting up. I'm gonna unplug TikTok again.
Okay, go ahead, unplug it.
Oh,
I was okay.
Wow,
I was okay with it. I was okay. I wasn't mad.
Panthers.
I got on there. I got on there last night. It was just like, ooh, your account has been shut down. Like, ooh.
Man, I gotta be honest. TikTok was never like it exists for the podcast. Like, TikTok's there. I don't get it. I guess. I think I'm too old.
Nah, you gotta look at it this way. On TikTok, you can find a lot of good, decent things on TikTok that you didn't know.
I mean, I feel like Instagram Reels became the same deal. And I get it. There's like good stuff out there, good information. You can learn tons of good Excel tips and tricks from like TikToks and Reels, but like it's just the whole platform. I don't know. Yeah, Panther said CapCut's what made him mad. CapCut's back up.
Yeah, but people who deleted TikTok, they can't reinstall it.
Oh, really? So I didn't delete it. I didn't delete CapCut. CapCut is back and operational, so I might edit this one and throw it on YouTube and Spotify. I kind of thought that might have been my out for editing. Just gonna let the show just be live on Instagram. I wasn't gonna put it to YouTube or Spotify. So I mean, if anyone's got it on YouTube or Spotify, CapCut worked, and I edited it and put it back up. But I have no desire to mess with the time strenuous editing software that's out there. So like Power Director, the different Adobe stuff. A lot of that stuff's very time consuming to edit. It's better. It does a lot of things better than CapCut does. But for ease of use, the way I have the CapCut dashboard set up to edit for the podcast, everything's simple. I have the intro, I have the thumbnail, I just duplicate, I delete what was there, I take the Instagram video there, I run an overlay on top of it, I chop it up, I resize everything, and I produce it and put it on YouTube and Spotify. Yeah, they took it down. Yeah, Panthers put it in there. Yeah, they took it down because the company that owns TikTok also owns CapCut, which I didn't know that until today. My wife, your sister, told me. You're pretty sure that the same company don't own it? I'm like, oh, shit, I didn't know.
I didn't know it either. I know.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
But hey,
saying
all back for now.
For now.
They're all back for now. Panthers said TikTok quote CM Punk. I never coming back. I mean, I'm going to be back now. I didn't like the guy who was in charge then, so.
Not funny. Yeah, all them funny. TikTok days, everybody crying for like past 12 hours. Then it's back up. So,
yeah, it's pretty comical. I don't know. I was kind of hoping just something new would come out of the ashes.
I thought the whole thing be taken down for the whole while. Like, yeah, shut down for like, but nah, it wasn't even 24 hours.
You know, here's my thing. People are very dramatic about it. You got the whole, people feel like it's somehow impinged upon freedom of speech. I don't really agree with that. I do get the idea of security. You want to make sure things are secure, but do you give up rights for security? That's a whole Patriot Act conversation, right?
And also,
I don't think it's anything impeding freedom of speech. I just think it's interesting that the government would somehow care if people were downloading a social media app, but cigarettes are still legal. I don't really get that.
I don't know. But you gotta think the main reason why people didn't want it because some of them were getting paid with all their followers to be on TikTok.
Yeah, that's one thing I said this morning. Man, a lot of people are going to lose money today. Like, even if it's just a day, if it's just 24 hours, a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money. At the end of the day, and that's why it was okay, and that's why it's back up. It's just that's what things are. Speaking of money. Let's talk some money, Joe. Let's talk about Ray Phoenix. He posted a post, and I thought it was a cool picture of him in a straight jacket. I thought, man, that's a cool looking photo.
Yeah, you got the AEW knee pads on too.
Yeah, sparked tons of controversy over the last couple days. People saying that there's a weird mindset in like the internet wrestling community of people who feel like wrestlers should just kind of get to behave however they want to whenever they're signed to a contract, and like none of that shit matters. And you got, of all people, Baron Corbin, Tom Prescott, jumping in and saying, hey, no. You sign a contract. You honor your contract as a talent. And then some goober tried to come at him and tell him how pro wrestling contracts work. And he replied back, how many of these have you signed? Like, Tony Khan paid him while he was hurt. Tony Khan gets to add the time to his contract and gets to use him or not use him however he sees fit. Panthers, that's crazy. TikTok's basically in the same situation as Ray Phoenix. I mean, a little different, but I mean, it's interesting. The Ray Phoenix thing, I think, is just kind of silly. People are mad because AEW took his merchandise off of the AEW shop, and all of his ability to make money.
They should have did that.
You think that was bad?
I mean, he's still under contract, so he should still get the little merch.
I mean, he could get the merch should the company see fit that he should get the merch. Because while he's signed to the company, they get to make that decision. How much of his merch is just Ray Phoenix merch and how much is Lucha Bros? How much merch can they sell that's just Ray Phoenix versus Lucha Bros? Because they can't sell Lucha Bros because Penta's not with them anymore. Yeah. Who's out there clamoring? Like, everyone online who's saying they shouldn't have taken his merch off the shop. They're not out there buying Ray Phoenix shirts.
Where you find out later.
And I'm a huge Ray Phoenix fan. Huge fan. But I think if you're under contract with one company, to openly be out there having conversations to go to another company and letting it get back to the company that you're working for, you're making your own mess.
I mean, yeah. Wait, but Penta didn't get hurt, right? Then the whole contract thing, he didn't get hurt or anything.
Penta didn't have any time added on for injury on his contract, but Ray Phoenix did. Ray got like a year added on. But allegedly, he didn't think this extra year was going to be exercised. So while Penta was having conversation with WWE, so was he. They were trying to go as a package deal, but Ray Phoenix got roughly a year added onto his contract that will, I mean, I'm not saying it's not shitty, but I'm saying AEW is well within their rights to do this, to not use him and to essentially make him disappear from TV. So he's at a lower value whenever he goes to WWE.
I'm going to say this. I think there's something else between AEW and Phoenix that they're hiding. It's more than just this contract and everything. There's something else that they ain't providing to us.
I mean, there absolutely could be something, but I really think that it's just while being under contract, they openly were negotiating with WWE, and they shouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're contracted to one company. They probably shouldn't be trying to go to another company. They probably just should have let their deals expire and then have those conversations, and then maybe AEW wouldn't have felt some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. People who just think that Tony Khan should just release Ray Phoenix and go to WWE are silly. No wrestling companies ever operated that way in history.
I mean, I just look like this. If Tony Khan wants to pay him whatever dollar amount he signed to, till, I don't know, August or September, then let him do it.
Yeah. Panthers in our comments live on Instagram, some celebrities were talking about the backstage area of AEW feeling hostile and like it feels controlled. Yeah, seeing that Action Bronson was with Ariel Helwani and said that the backstage, the locker room environment felt weird in AEW. I would have to imagine AEW is not profoundly welcoming to celebrities. It's not WWE. It's just not that place. And Cody mentioned in an interview he did recently that the place he was at didn't necessarily value bringing in the outsiders and the kind of attention that could bring in. I think AEW's done a little better. I mean, they brought in those Costco guys. I don't understand what the hell that is or why they did that, but I mean, it brought some eyeballs.
Yeah. It was kind of bad, but
yeah, it was really weird. I mean, this past month of pro wrestling has been really weird. Nothing's really felt fantastic.
Yeah, wait. Fair enough. Chill.
With the Penta debut going fairly well, and the Ray Phoenix drama that has followed, a lot of people are talking about AEW stars that are most likely going to make the jump to AEW. To WWE. Aside from Ray Phoenix, the two that stand out to a lot of people are Ricky Starks and Britt Baker.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's really interesting, the idea that a lot of people are Ricky Starks fans. Yeah, I think Malachi might be a no-brainer maybe, but I don't think Malachi fits anywhere in WWE.
Surprise in the Rumble.
Yeah, Malachi's probably a foregone conclusion, but the Ricky Starks idea, I don't know, man. What do you do with Ricky Starks in WWE? Put him in NXT and have him feud with Ethan Page?
I say let him do his run at NXT and go to SmackDown.
Have him work a program with Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown?
Yeah.
Was that what you do?
Yeah.
That's what I would do, I guess. That'd probably be the best opportunity to do something with Ricky in WWE. I don't know. Do you feel as though he gets over in WWE?
He might, but not very popular. Not very popular, but he might. He might get the Tyler Breeze appearance. He might get that. The applause for Tyler Breeze did.
I mean, I can see that. And that's not even a bad thing.
Not a bad thing. I'm just saying he might get the Tyler Breeze.
The Panthers in our comments said Ricky Starks may not be popular, and he's not. I think there were some moments, and I'm not a Ricky Starks hater. I think he's pretty talented in the ring. I think he's okay as a promo guy, but he's not gonna be a WWE World Champion. You can't put a company on that guy's back because he really is just trying to do The Rock. Like, it's, and WWE already has that guy. LA Knight's already there trying to do The Rock, while The Rock is sometimes on the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my opinion. Let's touch on the week in pro wrestling, Joe.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if there's a need to go show by show necessarily, but I do just want to ask an overall question.
Okay.
How far off the rails do you feel as though the Mox World Order story is? Because I can't. It's 5:15 Sunday evening. I still do not understand why the Mox World Order was teamed up with Jericho and the Learning Tree crew last night on Collision. So that was filmed on Thursday. It aired on Saturday. We're at Sunday night, and I don't understand why that match happened.
Wednesday, Jericho announced that on Saturday that it will be him and Mox team against, I forget.
Rated
Yeah, that's how.
FTR. I think that it's interesting. So a lot of the internet wrestling community talks about how bad AEW is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's Tony Khan can't book. The wrestlers are terrible. The worst part of AEW are the people who were in WWE. Everyone who wasn't in WWE makes the show good. Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin. Mox World Order and anything Jericho is just convoluted and doesn't make any sense.
All I know is...
Man, I ain't going to hate on anything to do with Shane Taylor. They put the Cleveland native on TV, man. I'm all for it. But I have no idea what Shane Taylor has to do with Undisputed Kingdom.
They just need somebody to fight. They just need 3 people to fight last night.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem with the trios division. Sometimes you just got to throw 3 people at 3 people.
Yeah, so that's all that was. It's like, hey, we need you on the show Saturday. Here you go.
Yeah.
That was it.
But what do you do with Jericho at this point? Besides find a way to get him off TV?
I can't say. Because it's pretty sad to say, every character he did in AEW, it went over.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of got the high guys. It's still kind of over, but why is he still doing the New York Minute? I don't understand why he's still doing the whole New York Minute thing.
I don't know. But, that's all I can say is they doing good. Jericho, I can't say how he's going to get rid of Jericho, but he is, 52?
I have the way to get Chris Jericho off TV, and nobody wants to do it. I've said it time and time again. Just bring in Enzo. You can get Big Bill over by bringing in Enzo. Hey, you just bring Enzo in. You have Big Bill say, I have a friend who wants to sit on the learning train. He brings in Enzo. And Enzo convinces Big Bill to turn on Jericho. Big Bill turns on Jericho, taking Jericho off TV. And then he turns around and he turns on Enzo to stand tall, literally, as the big guy who doesn't need anyone around him. Because once Jericho's gone, the crowd's going to want Enzo gone. So then he can get Enzo off TV, too. He can be the eradicator of annoying people who shouldn't be on AEW program.
I don't know.
You can get Jericho off TV for 6 months with a good Big Bill beatdown. Then the fans will miss Jericho and you can bring him back. In the meantime, you just have Big Bill does a program with Enzo, sends Enzo packing, and then he's another big man in AEW you can actually do something with.
But the thing is, I don't think no company want Enzo at this time. I don't think nobody. That's the downside to it. I don't think nobody wants Enzo at this very moment.
I guess, man, but I think it's a mistake because I don't know how the hell do you get Jericho off TV in a convincing way that puts somebody over. The idea should be, how do you get Big Bill over?
Big Bill can turn on Jericho.
Yeah, but we need a catalyst for that because you got to have that be a compelling story. Because if you just have Big Bill teasing he's going to turn on, there's no motivation behind it.
There is. You got to think about it. It's called the learning tree, and he learned a lot from Jericho. If you look at Jericho's track record with teaming, he always turns on them. And so Big Bill could be in a step ahead before Jericho decided to turn on him, pull the trigger right there.
Yeah. Panthers in our comments on Instagram said you could have Moxley get Big Bill to turn on Jericho. So here's a big problem with Mox World Order. Other than a lot of the problems with Mox World Order, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time because today's episode might feel like a lot of me shitting on Mox World Order and AEW. But the past week of AEW programming wasn't good. Now, I will also say this. What WWE did this week wasn't great either because Friday Night SmackDown was 3 hours of commercial breaks, and SmackDown had a horrible pace to it. Matches were okay, but every 5 seconds there was a commercial. But there's no motivation for anyone to join Jon Moxley's crew.
No.
There's also no incentive for anyone to beat Jon Moxley's crew other than to try to become AEW World Champion. So, like, there's no, like, and if we look holistically and we go back, Mox's crew started off as this idea they were taking over AEW while the Elite were taking over AEW. There was a takeover during a takeover.
That's true.
That never came to fruition because what did Mox take over? He didn't take over anything. He's just champion.
His dad should have been there.
Someone should have been big. Like, someone should have been behind Mox doing this. And now it's too late to have someone be behind Mox doing it. You almost need to immediately get the title off of Mox because the story had, and I don't want to be one of those wrestling fans who, like, I'm not here for the long story because I am. If there is a story, and I don't think there's a story for the Mox World Order anymore, and I was the guy totally believing in Jon Moxley. They had me. I was in. Totally bought in.
You was. Everybody was.
And it just went on for too long of nothing happening. This dude's trying to take over AEW by beating Will Hobbs.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
What's a good way to say this? I would say this. Let's just say, hypothetically, you get Will Hobbs, Orange Cassidy, let's see, who all did Mox free? Oh, Jay White. We're gonna need Jay White, and maybe Hangman. All four of them go against the Mox World Order. That's probably the only scenario they got.
You could do a random faction to go against them.
And need a female. Need a good female. I don't know female. Maybe Britt Baker. Britt Baker to go against them with the female. That's about it.
Do you feel like that would work? Like, I mean, it
will work for like a good pay-per-view for one day. Good pay-per-view.
So, Panthers in the comments, he said it's ultimately Jay White, Hangman, or Kenny that's going to be the saviors. I initially thought Darby Allin was the no-brainer savior of AEW. Then it kind of seemed like it should be Kenny. But we're going to have Kenny feuding with Don Callis' family. And then eventually Kenny and Okada.
Yeah.
Then, like, the really, like, long-term storytelling, Hangman and Adam Page should be the savior. Because AEW is just a Hangman Adam Page story.
Mm-hmm.
But Hangman's doing every other side quest.
Yeah.
Doing every other side quest.
He's doing good at it, though. He's doing a very good job at it.
Yeah, I mean, he retired Christopher Daniels last night.
Yeah, that was good. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good match.
Yeah. Panther says we could have Darby. Seemed like Darby, but Darby's going to go climb Mount Everest.
Nah, Darby can't be the one. Sorry, y'all. I can't see Darby being the one to take the belt off of Mox. Can't see it.
Hangman Adam Page is the most multi-layered dynamic character on AEW's roster.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, he's a heel. He could become a babyface any given Wednesday. But he's a better heel. I don't know if he could be an anti-hero type babyface, the guy like a Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think he could be. He could be a guy who remains heel in all his behaviors, but the crowd eventually ends up cheering him, and that could even motivate him to be a bit more heelish. He could eventually come back around to being a white meat babyface. But how do you get him off the side quest? You could end up with a Kenny and Hangman alliance. That could happen.
I don't think these alliance going way too strong. They need to do solos. I think Heyman can do it solo. He don't need no alliance with him. He don't need nobody.
I'm going to make two very bold statements, Joe.
Okay.
After watching Collision last night, seeing that main event, WWE rarely lets people leave who can get over. Take that how you want to take that. I watched Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, and Edge in the main event of Collision last night, and all I could think is, all these guys were over in WWE. I don't want any of them on my TV today. And I've never been an Edge fan, but I really don't like Edge and AEW. He doesn't fit. 100% square peg in a round hole. He does not fit in the company. His promos come off terrible. In the ring, he just doesn't seem like he belongs there. Like he doesn't fit at all.
He about to retire, and he's gonna put over the younger generation, then go out with a bang. That's it.
You can't put over someone if you're not over.
He's a legend everywhere, so he is technically over.
I'm gonna be the guy who disagrees. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. The other thing I'm going to say is, whenever it comes to professional wrestling, as I look at Jon Moxley and the Mox World Order, nobody, no talent should be given creative control. Mox has too much creative freedom in his character, and his character doesn't make any sense. I am right back to my original Jon Moxley opinion, where I'm like, what is this character? You remember a couple years ago I said, I don't understand what this character is. Is he a brawler in a bar coming out wearing jeans? Or is he supposed to be this MMA tough guy badass? Because him coming out in jeans doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be doing submission holds. So I didn't understand the Mox character then. There was a brief moment where I felt like I understood the character and it had believability for me, and that moment is gone because his promos don't make any sense. It's like he's just saying all the words he knows.
But it's like his first character when he came out unstable, because you just don't know what he got going on in that brain of his, and that's the point of it. You just don't know.
I get the idea how people think that that's scary. But Jake Roberts was terrifying. And he didn't speak in riddles.
Some of them were pretty cool though. That's one that's
Yeah,
probably
John Moxley talks himself in a circle, and he only knows 13 different words, and he uses them all in mixed up orders, and I don't know what the hell he's saying.
Best way I can say is no one can stop us, and if you want this title, you have to go through me. There you go. I broke it down.
But that's not true, because you have to go through the girl in the group, which again becomes the same Karrion Kross problem of having the girl win the fight.
Yeah.
I don't believe you as a tough guy if the female on the outside is hitting people with a briefcase. Do you believe John Moxley is a tough guy still?
I'll say when he's in his match, he's a tough guy, but on the microphone, not really.
It's not like whenever he talks, it's not convincing, right?
No.
Will Hobbs is a believable tough guy.
Yeah, you can tell a story.
Samoa Joe, believable tough guy.
You can't. Samoa Joe always been a believable tough guy.
Yeah.
Hey. It ain't tossing trash, girl.
Now I'm going to hop off my soapbox.
Okay.
Well, no, one more thing. SmackDown had too many commercials. I completely lost interest in the show. Too many commercials.
I was surprised you was up when you said that. Like,
I was surprised. I was up too. There were too many damn commercials on SmackDown.
I don't know. I can't tell you. It's the USA. I don't know what the video with the commercial was. I really
That's right. Panthers right. Friday night commercials. I'm making that shirt. I'm pay attention to Off the Top Wrestling. Check us out live on Instagram. Yeah. Keep an eye on the merch table this week. I'm gonna see. Maybe I can come up with a Friday night commercial shirt. I'll just use the graphic I made Friday night. Just put that on a shirt.
I just know it was a good show, but it was really, really good show. But yeah, commercials. It was just commercials. That was about it.
Kevin Owens had a cool shirt on. I like that. KO and Ray was cool.
I didn't know why can't he have them Kevin Owens shirts on the merchandise? Those would be selling. Every week it's a different shirt he got.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could just get away with putting that shirt out there. The Canadian Dream, son of a security systems technician. There's no way they trademarked all that.
I know.
Suplexes and duplexes. That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know. Joe.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta know what the game is we're playing.
Oh.
You've had us in suspense for the entirety of the week. You had us pick. We picked 8 from WWE, 8 from AEW. Wrestlers who we think will win 10 matches or more on TV this year. None of us have known what in the hell the game is that we're playing. You have the list, right? Because I don't remember who we picked.
I got the list.
All right, rattle it off. Give us our WWE stars, give us our AEW stars, and then tell us what the hell this game is.
Hold on. Hey. When I tell you to bring it forward, but hold it. Be good. When I say come forward, then bring it and show, okay? Okay. If you do good. Okay. All right. Hey. Yeah, wait. That's it. Come forward. Then we do the rest, okay? What? All right. So anyway, here we go. All right. So, on WWE side, there was Gunther, Seth, Jay, Braun Breaker, McIntyre, Penta, Jacob Fatu, and Carmelo Hayes.
I think that's a solid list. I feel like all those guys could win 10 matches this year.
Okay. And on AEW, we got Will Ospreay, Fletcher, Omega, Danny Garcia, Okada, Hangman, Swerve, and Ricochet.
I feel like that's also a strong lineup. I'm going to give it over to everybody live on Instagram. Joe, you said we could swap out two talents.
Two talents. All right.
Do you guys think we need to take anybody out and plug anybody else in? I'm happy with the teams.
Okay. I was gonna tell you,
even though I don't know the rules of this game.
I say what? You keep it now. But after I tell you the rules in the game, you can think of two you want to swap out on both sides. It's two. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right, get that up, girl. Get that up. Thank you. All right. Wait. All right, they come forward yet? Okay, go use the bathroom. All right. So here's the deal about this. Now, before we get started here, I just got one thing to say this. If there's anybody else listening right now who is trying to try to be like a scheme bag and try to just start following the game rules, instructions, you can at least give us credit. You can at least say you got it from don't say the F word or like DSW. Yeah, DSW. Minus the T, okay? That's a new catchphrase, y'all. So, when my helper gets back here, the reason why I said 8 wrestlers because helper, hurry up, helper, gonna need you. Shoot. Okay, yeah. So anyway, girl, come on, hurry up, come on, we need you. All right. Okay. 3. I need my helper for this, see, thank you, DLW. See, thank you. I come up good catchphrase. All right. So here we go. So starting in February, the month of February, the 8 wrestlers you choose, the 8 wrestlers are going to go on for the first time ever on the Say That Word podcast. We are going to have your very own.
Oh, shoot.
The wrestler of the year tournament bracket. Woo! That's right. 3 rounds, y'all. 3 rounds. So here we go. Here are the rules. Since I said 10 matches, here we go. Round 1, the 8. Each 8 will have 3 matches, and they must win 2 out of 3 matches or the whole 3 matches in round 1 to move on to round 2.
Take my iPad back.
Chip. Okay. Now, when they go on to round 2, it will be the first to get all 3 matches. The first to get all 3 matches. Now, also a stipulation for round 2. I understand there will be some ties in the game. Really. So, this is what we're going to do. If they ever come down to a tie, we will agree on who had the best match out of that tie bracket, just in case.
Okay.
And now also in round 2,
I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat all.
let's just say there is a 2 and 2.
I'm gonna beat all y'all.
And one of them got ahead with the 3 that you wanted. But the catch is, if there's a third person that you wanted to win the 3rd round, the only way they are safe if they were advertised a week or on that week of the show where the person won the 3rd match for a title shot. They are safe. If no title shot, taken away. Adios. Bye. So,
okay.
So say Swerve and Offspring. Swerve got a 3. But Offspring got advertised for a title shot a week in advance. He saved. And if he got advertised the day Swerve won the title shot, or AKA on Collision that week, he is safe. Okay? Sounds reasonable, right? If you have one title shot.
That's a lot of rules.
No, but gotta make it look good for a whole year now.
I thought the C2 had a lot of rules. Joe, you make a lot of rules.
No. And now, here we go. We're on the final round. You know, whoever the 2, the 4, whatever you want to say. This is what's gonna happen. Got to win all 4 matches. First one to win all 4 matches.
So we're 3-3-4.
That's it. 3-3-4. And when we get to the 4, there's just one stipulation, y'all. There's a stipulation that one. Since it's like the final 2, the main match, whatever you want to call it. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, only at pay-per-views, PLEs, pay-per-views. If they happen to lose a match, they lose a point. Sounds fair?
Seems fair.
Seems fair.
All right. You were in charge of keeping this updated.
I know, right? That's why I said
we all know I'm not going to keep up on that.
I know. That's why I said, like, yeah. So there you go. There you have it.
All right. With all the rules considered, I still think we have a solid lineup of wrestlers.
Okay, solid lineup. Okay.
I can't think of anyone to switch out.
Okay.
Do you think someone should be switched out?
No. I'm saying you
Right live on Instagram, Panther, anybody think anyone should be switched out of those teams? I feel like the lineups are good. I think that's going to be an interesting tournament.
Now, here's the catch. How you want to do it? Do you want to do AEW versus WWE or do a random? Like, put them all together like that?
I think we got to do one side's AEW, one side's WWE. Okay. So that way, in the finals, we end up AEW versus WWE.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. What's everybody, Panther, what do you think? One side AEW, one side WWE, so the finals are guaranteed AEW versus WWE? Or do we mix it up?
Mix it up.
That's a tough one.
Then the tough one is who you want to go against each other.
That's on you.
Oh, it's on me.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
So one side AEW, one side WWE. I agree with Panther. That way, the finals is AEW versus WWE. Then you're making the matchups, Joe.
Oh God. Okay.
You're in charge of that. I like it.
Okay.
And then whoever's the victor at the end of the year is at the top spot.
There you go.
I like it.
We could mix it up for some fun, but we'll be better. Okay, you're right.
Yeah. And I think keeping one side WWE, one side AEW is a good way to go, just because we can get that, tribalism. Everybody loves tribalism.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Good game, Joe. I like it. Once you get the tournament brackets filled in, we will get them posted on our Instagram, and the Instagram, the Facebook. Probably not the TikTok.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Joe.
Yeah.
Let's talk match of the week.
Okay, match of the week. All right.
Who you got?
I got 2.
Oh, 2 matches of the week.
Yeah.
Shit. What do you got?
I got my runner up is Heyman and Christopher Daniels.
Okay.
But the one that was really good was, I don't know why everybody's sitting on the match, but Gable and Penta.
I don't know. I haven't seen anyone shitting on the match. Have you seen people shitting on that match?
You know how people just say it went too long. They didn't do this.
Watching it live, I was excited to see that it got the time that it got. A little over 10 minutes. I will say I don't think it was the amazing debut that other outlets are making it like it is. Cool that it didn't happen during the Netflix debut. That it happened on a better episode of Raw. But I just don't. It wasn't this like earth-shattering debut in WWE. Bubba Ray Dudley, I think, hurt himself, jerking the whole situation off about this is how Penta made it to the big leagues, and there's nothing like being in WWE and showing that you earned the right to be a millionaire, not just because some guy with billions of dollars gave it to you. It was Bubba Ray Dudley's whole thing on it was really kind of difficult to watch. It's just kind of really disgusting, groveling, just bad.
I got what you meant by it.
I get the idea, but I don't think it was that dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the match. I think Penta was had some nerves and emotions going at the beginning of the match, so the match started off with a weird pace. But I do think it was a good match. Not my match of the week though.
Okay.
My match of the week is actually your runner-up.
Oh, okay.
Hangman and Christopher Daniels, my match of the week. And kind of here's why. I had zero expectations for that match.
I know.
And that match really stood out on the show that it was on because after that match, Collision took a quality drop-off that was drastic.
It sure did. It did.
Everything after that match was maybe just because that match was hard to follow. So maybe that match should not have opened the show. But man, everything after that match was like, I don't even feel like sitting through. Like, this is not that it was like awful. It was like we started off here, like we didn't gradually work our way up. We started at the top and just took a drop right there.
I can't lie. I lost interest after that match. It was like, ooh, hey girl, quick flash. Don't like that.
My wrestler of the week, I am. I kind of have two wrestlers of the week.
Okay, go ahead.
One is clearly Hangman Adam Page.
Okay.
My other wrestler of the week is Ricochet.
Ricochet.
Because I want to know where he went. Where'd he go? He ran out the building and disappeared.
That is true.
How fast is he? He got out the building. 4 seconds later, Swerve stuck his head out the door, and Ricochet was gone. Like, not even there.
Yeah.
Or Swerve don't like the cold, so he went out there like, there's snow on the ground, I'm going to come back inside.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. Who's your wrestler of the week?
Oh, who's my wrestler of the week? Girl, ain't ugly. Ain't no wrestler named Ugly, girl.
No, me. I'm talking to my imaginary
Okay.
friend.
Yeah, your imaginary friend. Cool. All right. I have to go with Jacob Fatu. Jacob
Fatu. That promo? That promo do it for you?
He had to say a lot. And then in his in ring when he tagged Carmelo and who was on that? Oh damn. I forgot with the mess with Carmelo. Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. I like that he didn't have Solo say anything.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see where they go with this. And like I said, after Roman beating, I feel like there's nothing left to do with Solo Sikoa, but I trust WWE will figure out a way to pull me back in.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had that same faith in AEW to pull me back into the Moxwell order.
I don't think you can at this time.
And you know what the problem is? One thing that I truly think is an issue is that whenever wrestling fans like me have this opinion that AEW should give up on a thing that's not working, they often do.
Mm-hmm.
So we never get pulled back in. And I've always said, Tony Tony Khan needs to not listen to wrestling fans.
But Tony Khan is a grown-up wrestling fan.
Yeah, he shouldn't listen to us. Vince never listened to us. He just gave us what he knew we needed. Didn't listen to what we wanted. It's always worked out fine. You know, we didn't think that the Elite doing the takeover AEW made any sense. They gave up on it instead of trying to make it work. The only thing they ever stick with is Chris Jericho. It's the only thing that they ever stick with in AEW. We'll see. I'm willing to wait and see because if nothing else, I'm getting great matches. And Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay every Wednesday night is a great way to go.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got, Joe? You got anything? You got any famous last words for us before we sign off on this Sunday and we come back Monday? We'll preview Raw tomorrow. We'll play for when the bell tolls. See if anyone wins any prizes.
Okay. One thing I say, I don't know what the grand prize is going to be for this tournament, y'all. I'm just saying it's going to take up my whole entire year. Keep track of this. So it saves me less ideas coming up with for scenarios for the whole entire year. So
But the good thing is this keeps me out of trivia. Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see about that. But all in all, it's going to be a good tournament.
I'm excited for the tournament.
Like I said, you feel before next week, before the 26th, you want to switch somebody? Go ahead. We got time.
So we got till next Sunday to switch out 2 people.
2 people. If you want to switch, like you feel like Cena need to be in there, go ahead. You feel like MVP maybe on AEW. This is throwing our names. I had to throw our names, y'all. Like
I was surprised they had him wrestle. Just got to throw that out there.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Then come
All
next
right.
week. Then come. You don't feel like it. Then come Sunday. I'll make up the board during the whole entire show. When you feel like you want to switch out people, I'll make the tournament that day.
Awesome. Fantastic. Everyone should think about if we need to switch people out of the teams. We got the list up there. Everyone will know who we got as soon as we get it all figured out. But thank you for checking us out live on Instagram this Sunday evening. It was an okay weekend wrestling. Nothing fantastic. We did probably see Christopher Daniels' last match. Wish it would have been advertised that way.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow we'll preview Raw. We'll play for when the bell tolls. We may have to switch it up. We may have to double down on that game. It may have to be you got to get the right what time the first bell is going to ring and what time the show is going to end, since apparently the show can end at random.
Random, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Thank you for checking us out this Sunday. We are the Don't Say the F Word podcast. We don't use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling. Don't let your friends use it either. Get your merch at the merch table. All the profits go to the local dog camp. We're out.